This is applied psychology with 7 lessons from the character Franklin Saint through the lens of criminology. Franklin Saint is a central character in the television series Snowfall, which follows his journey into the world of drug trafficking in Los Angeles during the 1980s. Analyzing his development through the lens of criminology can provide valuable insights into the factors influencing criminal behavior and the consequences that follow. Here are 7 key lessons derived from Franklin Saint's character arc through the lens of different theories within criminology. 1. Social disorganization theory. Franklin's environment plays a crucial role in shaping his trajectory into the drug world. He grows up in a neighborhood plagued by poverty, crime, and a lack of opportunities. Social disorganization theory highlights how these conditions contribute to the emergence of criminal activity. Franklin's immersion in this environment exposes him to drug culture and criminal networks, laying the groundwork for his involvement in the illicit drug trade.
You gonna need it. You gonna learn one way or the other.
2. Strain theory. Franklin faces significant economic and social pressures that push him towards criminal behavior. Strain theory teaches that individuals may turn to crime when they are unable to achieve culturally prescribed goals, such as the American dream, through legitimate means.
The game's rigged. It ain't made for people like us, so you know what? I'm rewriting the rules.
Despite his intelligence and ambition, seen throughout the series and in an episode named Other Lives, in an alternative timeline where he goes to college, Franklin encounters barriers to success through conventional avenues due to systemic inequalities and limited resources. This frustration leads him to pursue alternative paths such as drug dealing as a means of attaining wealth and status. 3. Rational choice theory.
What do you expect a young kid to do if he goes outside and he don't see nothing but dope dealers, big gold chains, a lot of money, and girls, you want to grow up and be just like him?
Franklin's decision to enter the drug trade reflects a rational calculation of costs and benefits. Rational choice theory suggests that individuals weigh the potential rewards against the risks when engaging in criminal activities. Despite the inherent dangers and moral implications, Franklin perceives drug dealing as a lucrative opportunity to escape poverty and gain power.
I didn't build all of this just to make a bunch of money and leave. Abandon our people.
His rationalization of these choices illustrates the role of cognitive processes in criminal decision-making. 4. Social learning theory. Franklin learns the tricks of the trade through social interactions and observation of experienced criminals. He learns from his uncle Jerome.
Only way you can make it safe is sell it right here, in your own hood.
Before coming across an Israeli drug and gun smuggler, Avi Drexler,
My generosity knows no boundaries.
who introduces him to the cocaine business. Later in the series, he learns from Swim how to turn cocaine powder into crack cocaine.
That should open up dark places in your brains, places ain't never been touched. Deep, dark places.
Which transforms Franklin's enterprise. We learn from social learning theory the influence of peers, role models, and social norms on behavior. As Franklin becomes increasingly involved in drug trafficking, he absorbs knowledge and tactics from mentors like Avi and Uncle Jerome. These relationships shape his understanding of the drug business and reinforce his commitment to the lifestyle. 5. Labeling theory. Franklin's transformation into a drug dealer is accompanied by the imposition of stigmatizing labels by society. Labeling theory suggests that individuals may internalize and fulfill the roles assigned to them by authoritative figures. As Franklin and his family become implicated in criminal activities from news reporters like Irene Abe, he is branded as a gangster and criminal by law enforcement, media, and even his own community.
Now, this rock that you're selling, it's got a special hole. It ain't weed or sherm. It's doing real damage out there.
These labels influence his self-perception and behavior, further entrenching him in the criminal underworld. Believing his efforts are for the good of his family and community, in his mind, the end goal of having financial security outweighs the means of murder, intimidation, and destroying lives. 6. Routine activity theory. Franklin's criminal enterprises thrive within the context of conducive environmental conditions and routine activities. Routine activity theory directs that crime occurs when motivated offenders converge with suitable targets in the absence of capable guardianship. In Franklin's case, the booming cocaine market, coupled with lax law enforcement and fragmented communities, create fertile ground for illicit activities. Although his mother tries to encourage him to turn away from the drugs trade,
You're welcome home when you stop.
and his uncle warns him of the dangers of selling cocaine,
And that brick, that ain't worth the trouble that it come with, I promise you, man.
the lure of fast money and power, along with the environmental variables mentioned, is too much of a motivator, leading Franklin to go deeper into the drugs world and grow his empire.
It's beginning to be a real problem when you got, 19, 20-year-old guys walking around with, I'd say, $17,000, $18,000 on them. When you get those guys that young with that much money, they don't have any desire to work, and all they're going to do is sell dope. And they're going to continue to sell dope.
7. Social control theory. Franklin faces various forms of social control that attempt to deter his criminal behavior. Social control theory highlights the mechanisms through which society regulates individual conduct through norms, values, and sanctions.
Tough is one of my A things. I take the view to the kid. You've told everybody to go to hell up to me. If you'd been listening to your mother in the first place, you never would have gotten into any trouble. If you'd listened to the cop on the beat, you never would have gotten into trouble. If you'd listened to your school teacher, you never would have gotten into trouble. And finally, you're here dealing with me. I am the last step. You will not tell me to go to hell and get away with it.
Despite these deterrents, Franklin exhibits resilience and defiance against external constraints, as shown through his time in prison for the shooting of his childhood friend Kevin, being shot multiple times by girlfriend Melody, and being pushed out of his existing deal with Teddy by his uncle Jerome and Louise. He navigates the risks and consequences of his actions with strategic cunning, evading law enforcement and rivals while consolidating his power within the criminal hierarchy. By examining Franklin Saint's development through these criminological perspectives, we gain a deeper understanding of the complex interplay between individual agency, social structures, and criminal behavior in the context of his narrative. Thank you for watching Applied Psychology. Please like, subscribe, and forward to a friend that would like this video.